Welcome to Dropbot, episode 25. Welcome.
You know, that was good.
Thanks. Thanks.
I rehearsed for that. That was crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Before we started, I was like, okay, wait, let me remember how it went again.
Line.
Look in the mirror. Line.
Okay, so I wanted to make sure that the episode wasn't going to be tonally negative. I feel like we do that. Not you and I, but gaming commentators.
I'm always negative. What do you mean? I love being negative.
Do you?
No.
What was the I didn't know if I wanted to talk about this, whether it was solo or not. I don't even know if I want to do this in a co-broadcast, but here we go.
Destiny.
What was the cringiest thing you've ever done, you feel? That you'd be willing to admit where Batman wouldn't have to break your kneecaps to find out?
Like in general or online?
In general, fuck. The fact that you have a separation for it.
Well, I don't know. I'm thinking about like, I saw on, you know how Facebook has their, memory things of like, you posted this on this day, 12 years ago. And it was, I don't know if it was cringiest, but just thinking of it makes me think maybe it was something in this sort of category. But it was, I bought a gas mask and I bought a child-sized gas mask. I was a teenager when I bought it, so it didn't really fit on my face. And I liked going outside at the time, back behind the warehouse or a workshop where I live at. And just kind of playing around back there and just, pretending whatever, even in my teens. I was a very imaginative kid. But the post in particular of today, 12 years ago, was me wearing a gas mask that didn't fit on my face. I set up my phone to like put myself in a pose, and I had picked up like a piece of rebar. And I'm like posing with it and like acting like I'm attacking with it. And I titled this series of pictures, "My Makeshift Weapons." And it's a fucking rebar.
Oh, fuck.
in like a bathroom, like
no
sink pipe.
Fucking way. What?
I don't know if that, I don't think that's the cringiest, but I'm like, why did I post this? Why did I post this on Facebook?
No fucking way. There was this girl.
Did you do?
I was a very awkward young man in my teens. I still am today, but I'm more chill about it. This young lady, she was really interested in me, and I had mentioned this briefly in a previous episode titled Echoes. I think it was 19. Anyway, this lady, she was like the confirmed like cutie for the school. Like people were like really into her, and it was evident that people were really into her. One day she kind of walks up to me. So we had cooking class. Like I was forced into cooking. I think I brought this up like long ago, season 1. But
yeah, we had a choice of that. When was this, in high school?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a choice if we wanted to do that.
Middle school.
Okay, we did not have a choice if we wanted to do that.
So we had a choice, but you had to go online, and it was like there was like a deadline, and if you didn't do the deadline, your ass belonged to the school essentially, and they were just going to throw you into the thing that like nobody was doing. In this instance, it was cooking. Joke's on them because I love cooking.
You're Italian. You have to.
Don't generalize my people.
Easily.
Okay.
Do you want me to do it again? You just got a pizza today.
Yes. Oh man, that pizza was great. So
what'd you get? He doesn't even know. It's like, what did I eat? I went into a food coma.
We'll come back. We'll come back to pizza. I promise. I need to talk about this pizza.
Tell me about the pizza now.
I need to talk about this pizza, but I can't do it now. Give me an egg.
Go to the Patreon to see what pizza Armand had.
15 bonus minutes per month.
Whoa! I had a garlic pizza and it was good. And then 12 minutes of silence. Drop pod now on Patreon. OnlyFans coming soon.
Yeah, wow.
It's just the same pizza post.
Imagine they're expecting like some like very saucy like content. It's like no, it's. I take a picture of the pizza at that point. That's on the OnlyFans. The Patreon, you get the 15 minutes of dialogue.
What a fucking waste. So you pay the money to hear about the pizza, or you pay the money to see the picture of the pizza? What do you want?
So this lady, she was the confirmed cutie, and everybody basically let me know that, and you'll understand why in a moment. But she was all right. Don't get weird. This was middle school. She had like,
okay.
Because I don't want to say like, oh yeah, she was cute or whatever. You know, she's like 14. No.
What, dude? Smoking teenagers up in that middle school. Let me tell you. But did she know she was the confirmed cutie?
Yes, because she was confirmed.
She's a bitch then.
So we're in cooking, and I'm forced into this, and it was very evident. Like I didn't want to be there. I remember my counselor had like sat me down. I was like, "All right, Armand, I'm very sorry I have to do this to you. So this is where we're gonna have to put you." And I was like, "Well, huh?" So I was late in the school year. It's like when you're late, it's like you don't get shit for choices. So I had moved like 3 weeks in to the school year. So yeah, the counselor was like, "Yeah, this is where we're gonna put you. You're gonna be in cooking, but I promise you're gonna love it." And yeah, you know, I'm cringe. So it's like, no, this is stupid, and I'm a man, and I'm big and strong, and I don't want.
You women cook.
Joke's on me because I cook nowadays, very much so. I prefer it in my older age, and especially in the climate that we're in. It's fucking going out to eat anymore is half a mortgage for some reason. So this confirmed cutie, she was in the class with me at the time, and I had never paid any mind to like anybody. I was one of those kids, like I just had my earbuds in. You weren't supposed to.
You stared at the floor.
Basically.
Looked out the ceiling.
Basically, yeah.
Looked out the ceiling. Looked out the window.
Through the ceiling window, yeah.
You know, some of the rooms in my school had skylights.
Oh, okay.
So maybe you looked out the ceiling.
Okay.
No, my school the school district I went to in middle school and high school, they're supposed to be one of the richest like districts in the state, and finding out working for that district, no, the budgets and finances are fucking awful. Actually, it's just putting on an airs of bouginess, and there's like 7 people that actually are rich and bougie. Everybody else is fucking lying about it. It's such a shitty district.
So, yeah, I was one of those kids. You know, I'd sit there. I had my little earbuds in. And I'm like, I'm so fuck. I'm so mysterious and I'm so deep. I'm listening to fucking Disturbed, and you just don't get me.
Whoa.
Nobody gets me.
I think everybody was like that at one point. It's a phase, Mom.
Nobody can see past my dark exterior. It's really inside.
I was like, look how cool I am, staring out the window, listening to epic music on the bus. They just don't get me. Listening to mindless self-indulgence. Have you heard of them? Have you heard some of their songs? You probably don't want to.
How can you be my friend if you don't even know my favorite band? Like the self-indulgence.
I'm glad nobody, not really anybody I know, knows who mindless self-indulgence is. There was one student teacher I remember in middle school. It was high school. In high school that knew mindless self-indulgence because I wore a t-shirt with the band on it. And I was like, no way. And what I would have brought up as a student teacher is you're like 14, 15 or so. Why are you listening to mindless self-indulgence? I
think we all have those like fringe bands that we like. Like I liked, nobody's going to know who the fuck these guys are, but here we go. There's this techno band called, The Bombs of Enduring Freedom, and I thought these cats were like fucking sick. And it was like they just do like these very like heavy like drum and bass sort of tunes. I was like really into them. They made this song called Predator Drone. They're basically the exact type of band you would think of. Like they're like down the established by board, man.
Damn.
But that song was sick. It was legit. But
you don't get it though with mindless self-indulgence. Like the song names give away what kind of band they are. For anybody who's actually interested, because I cannot say the name of one of these songs, they have an album. They have an album called Frankenstein Girls Will Seem Strangely Sexy, and they have all of their songs on that album listed in alphabetical order. One of them is called Bitches, but that's just to give a taste for something I can say. If you go down to the F section on the album for one of the songs, that's the kind of band that they are.
Members of mindless self-indulgence. You got Jimmy Urine on synthesizer. He's been in the band since 97. You got Lynn Z, spelled LYN-Z. You have Kitty, who's been in the band since 97. You got, so far the most normal sounding name, Steven Montano, since 97. You got Vanessa Y.T. which I would assume meant YouTube, but she left the band in 2000. Anyway.
Yeah, they can't really they can't really do anything anymore because Jimmy Urine was somebody came forward and said, yeah, at this concert I was like a minor and he did some things. And
shit in Detroit.
The thing, so you remember when I said it's the exact kind of band that you expect with a song titled The Thing That I Can't Say in the F category?
Oh.
That is also something that is very on brand that I'm not surprised about at all. Do I still like their music? Yes. It literally hasn't changed my opinion on the band at all. It's, yes, I expected this completely.
Oh, man.
So for that student teacher to mention, oh, yeah, I know my self-indulgence. Like, where have you been? What, you're okay with this?
So,
anyway, you're edgy and mysterious in cooking class.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
You're welcome. It's like, dude, did you see that? In economics, that's Blade.
I wouldn't become Blade until high school.
That's pre-Blade. He doesn't know it yet. He's going to be Blade.
The confirmed cutie, she walks up to me and, I'm basically how I am now, but it's just more cringe. I got my fucking chin, holding my chin with my my hand, and I'm just staring. Not even anything. I'm just listening to Disturbed. You know how it is. And she comes up to me.
So cool.
You know, I'm dark and mysterious. It's just how it is.
Well, yeah, you're Italian and black.
Yes. She comes up to me, and I don't know, maybe it's because of how I carried myself, because like I don't know who the fuck would be interested in that. This guy looks like
Blade.
But she comes up to me, and I did not hear a fucking thing that she said. I'm gonna be straight up. And I would not know what she said until the next day, because nobody would shut the fuck up about it.
Oh, no.
But she came up to me and she goes, "Hey, P, do you find me attractive?" And I reflexively had said no. But I couldn't hear her because I had these earbuds in. But I said it like so, like, you know, just how I am, you know, just dark and mysterious, like, no.
Oh, man.
And I didn't know why that was like a big deal, but she was like, "Oh, okay." She like walks over.
What was the look on her face?
I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know because I wasn't looking at her, dude. I was just staring at that.
Whoa, what a badass.
Staring at that wall, bro. I was just lost in thought, you know. I'm 14. I got a lot on my mind, and I'm, you know, thinking deeply about stuff, you know.
After that day, he had to move schools once he found out.
So, you know, I go home. That was the last period I had of the day. So, you know, I go home and I don't think much of it. At the time, I was just hanging out with M, you know, and that whole thing. So people like didn't get it until like M would start being seen with me, you know, walking to school or, you know, whatever the hell we're doing.
Oh, okay. So that especially didn't help with that then.
No. So, you know, the next day, I go back to class or whatever, you know, I'm dark and mysterious. It's just how it'd be.
Keep saying that. It must be true.
The last period comes and, you know, I went through the entire day with like this weird feeling because like people were like very talkative to me all of a sudden. Like I didn't get it. It's like, yo, what do you think of, I forget her fucking name, but, oh, what do you think of blah, blah, blah. And I said, oh, I don't really think much of her. What gives, like, I was like, yo, because people thought like, oh, well, if he doesn't like her, then he must have something like insane. And it was just going to show like a couple of weeks, like, yo, AP's hanging out with this chick from high school. So that's why
he's into cougars. No wonder.
that's why this wasn't going to go down because he's been hanging out with the chick from high school. But
and in addition, that confirmed cutie rank would completely decline.
Completely.
Because you were so edgy and mysterious and dark and Italian.
So we're in the cooking class that day, and like it only dawned on me like what had happened. So like because I was told through like lunch, like, oh yeah, because she like seemed really interested in you or whatever, but you seemed like so standoffish. It's like, oh yeah, I was shit. Staring at,
you've seen me. I'm edgy, dark, and mysterious.
Staring at that wall, boy.
What was on the wall?
The texturing. It was like we had one of those walls that was like kind of like brick, but it was like that kind of like it was kind of like broken-y.
Oh, okay.
I stare at that wall because it was like the end cap of the school. It's like the inner classrooms didn't have that sort of texturing, but the ones at the end, like the end walls did.
Okay, I see what you mean. Yeah. It's like an addition or like the original part of it.
Yeah. Staring at that wall. Like, damn, it's really nice architecture, actually.
It's a fucking wall.
So,
the things teenagers actually think of. Yeah, the architecture on this wall is really nice. I could have done it better.
So, you know, the period comes to a head and we're in cooking class and I go up to her like, try to put the moves on, you know? Because I'm like, oh shit, apparently I got it going on. I didn't know this.
No, it's already over.
It was already over. It was already done. And, you know, I'm trying to like strike up a conversation with her or whatever, and she's not having it. She basically hates my guts at that point. It's like, I'm trying to apologize to her too in the midst of this. And not only did I do such a terrible job of that, she actually leaves the classroom. And I was told later, like, you actually made her cry. And I was like, what? I tried to apologize. Like, what did I do?
She's no longer the confirmed cutie.
What did I do? What was so wrong? And it was like, she likes
you. D-ranked her.
She likes you, and you literally turned her down. Like, oh, but I didn't know. I was too dark and mysterious. I didn't know.
She was at number 1 and you put her at number 7.
So my time in that classroom would be very awkward because it was just like this girl. Again,
that's the worst.
The confirmed cutie. She liked me. I didn't think the world of her or whatever. And people thought that was because I was hanging out with them. It's like, oh, because he has this other girl. So it wasn't going to work out. And it only got strange from there because she would like bring like, oh, who's this girl that you're with or whatever? And I'm like, what? So I didn't understand what that meant. Like, what do you mean? It was the girl that you're walking with every, like, who's that? Like, who? Like, I'm that's how oblivious I am. Like, I'm not trying to, like,
I know a woman in my life. What?
I'm not trying to put on like an act or anything. Like, I'm genuinely curious. Like, what do you mean? Okay, so this is what you're doing. Like, what am I doing? So,
I just want to go home and play Halo.
Literally that.
Halo Reach is going to release, guys.
This one paid attention to the lore.
Yes.
And that's the sort of thing that keeps me up at 2 a.m. because I'm like, oh, I feel so bad. And I made her cry to boot. That's like the worst.
Here's the thing. Do you think she even remembers that?
No, but I don't know. Is it different for guys?
And that's what you should take comfort in.
Is it different for guys, you think? It's like kind of just...
It depends.
I think we latch on to like emotions a little bit longer.
Oh, no, because my cousin brings up a lot about like, oh, I had this one interaction this one time with this one like person in a store, like the clerk or whatever. And like, oh, yeah. Now I'm like afraid that like I'll see them again. And it's like they probably don't even remember. Like, here, I'll give you one. I don't think it was. I mean, it was kind of cringe, but like, if I see the person again, I won't have like any issue. They probably won't even fucking remember. If anything, it was more funny than anything. But so me, my cousin, and my friend yesterday are going to get Chinese food. My cousin is driving; she needs to go get gas, so we go to nearby Get Go. It's like a gas station. It's a premium gas station. Premium. They have it's decently sized. I think you can order food there. They had slushies that were spiked, and my cousin brought up a good point. How can they sell those and then the assumption isn't that the driver is going to drink it? It's a fucking slushy.
Okay, I thought you meant like spikes with like the vitamin shit so you can put it.
No. Well, that makes sense. Why you would think that, but no. No, spiked as in alcohol. They had espresso and they had Long Island. You
can spike your slushy with espresso?
Well, the slushy itself was espresso. And they put alcohol in it.
And they let people drive.
And Long Island itself is a popular mixed drink.
Do you get ID'd?
I would assume so, yeah. I bought booze there and they had ID'd me, and this is where it comes in. So I go ahead and grab I grab like a 12 pack or whatever and bring it up, and immediately she's like, oh, can I see your ID? And I was like, yes, you can. And I ask her how she's doing. She's like, whatever. Ask me how I'm doing. I'm like, I'm pretty good. And I pull out my ID. And I am basically just I'm holding it there, and she's trying to scan it, and nothing's scanning. And she's like, "Can I scan your ID?" And I was like, "Yeah." She's like, can you turn around? I was like, oh yeah.
Oh,
You have to scan the back.
that's pretty tame.
Well, yeah, it was kind of funny, but I was like, well, that was kind of awkward, but that's no big deal.
Yeah, I mean, it's just,
So like, I'll probably remember that for a while, but I don't think I'll like hold on to it. Like, oh man, that was really cringe. Like, I mean, it wasn't that bad.
well, I think there has to be one of those
I was trying to,
that you have that keeps you up at like, or not. Well, sorry, that's not the right phrasing, but like, you know, you're settling into bed and you're like thinking about nothing but everything at the same time. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I remember when I did, oh, fuck, I did that, didn't I? Oh, shit.
I was trying to think of something while you were telling your story, and I know there's plenty of things I've done that are cringe. I'm sure everything as a teenager is cringe. Correct. Yes. You know, okay, I can give you two. A situation I was in that I didn't have any control of, and then one that I had complete control of that was cringe. Which would you like first?
The one that you don't have control of sounds interesting.
Okay, so this one is also kind of sad. Oh. So the only girlfriend I've had was when I was 16. And it was a very one-sided relationship in that while we both, liked each other, and I cared for her, she a lot of the times did not give two shits and was like, we didn't really do anything. And then she's like, oh, I want to do things. And it's like, okay, I don't have a vehicle. I can't drive, nor can you. That limits our options. All right. So anyway, all that aside, we go to Valentine's Day. I had asked my mom, I was like, oh, I want to go get the girl I'm dating. I want to get her like a present for Valentine's Day. And I'm trying to ask her, the girl, like what she would want, or, you know, just ideas or anything. And she's very like, I don't know. And like very just whatever. And I forget whose idea it was, whether it was mine or my mom's. But somebody was like, oh, well, why don't we, you know, go to the mall together, and then, you know, you both can get each other, you know, a thing. And so my mom dropped us off, and then she was still very like mopey for whatever reason. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to go, you know, this way, and you go whatever. Like, do you need any ideas for like what you would want to get me? And she's like, no. I'm like, okay. All right. Well, I don't know why you're mopey, but okay. See you later. Be back in an hour or whatever. And so I get her like a Bath and Body sort of like kit. And I remember the guy there, I forget which store I even went into, but the guy there was very helpful, and I very much appreciate him. But meet back after like an hour, and I have a gift for her, and she has a Pepsi.
She handed you a Pepsi?
No.
Oh.
I didn't get shit.
Oh.
So she's standing there with a Pepsi, and like, did you get me anything? You know, did you even really go anywhere? And she's like, no. She's not really talking to me. Oh man. It's just you saying, oh no, just gave me the feeling that I felt in that moment. Damn you. You just reminded me how bad that was.
It's one of those things, man.
Oh man. All right, let me wrap this up because it doesn't get any better.
Oh, fuck.
So I get pretty, you know, upset that we were gone. We had time. My mom's going to be picking us up like very shortly, and she didn't get me anything. She got her Pepsi, and I'm like, all you got yourself was a Pepsi? Like, are you kidding me? And it's like half drinking, and then she just throws it out. She's like, I don't want. It's like, I got this thing, but it was wrong of me to get it. I don't want it anymore. And it's like, that doesn't help the fact that we were here so we could get each other Valentine's Day gifts. What the fuck? I got you this nice body care kit, and you got a Pepsi for yourself. So my mom picks us up, and me and her are sitting in the back seat. And I'm sure my mom can tell that things are very wrong because she's mopey. I'm upset.
Yeah.
And then I'm just sitting there and I'm so upset that I start having a panic attack, and I have asthma, not as bad as it used to be, but the panic attack is also affecting my asthma. So I need to take my inhaler. And then she's sitting there like holding my hand. She starts holding my hand like because she feels bad. But it's like, are you fucking serious? You're why I'm feeling like this right now.
What was with the angst? What was her deal?
I don't know. She just was. And this is why I say it was a very one-sided relationship. It's like I cared about her more than she cared about me. We both liked each other, but I tried to do things for her. Like I remember I wanted to cook for her like a bunch of times, and she just did not want to have fucking any of it. Not because I was like a bad cook or anything. Like I was like, I'll make you spaghetti sometime or whatever. And like a lot of the times we'd hang out over at her house because aside from her aunt that would, live there, it was the girlfriend's house. Basically, her mom was dealing with medical stuff. So she didn't really live there. So it was really mostly my girlfriend's house. But anyway, so we'd be there, like by ourselves. And it's like, yeah, I want to, cook for you. And just wouldn't have it. Even spaghetti. It's like, come on, I make some good spaghetti. She's like, nah. Like, why would you not want somebody to cook for you if they really want to?
I don't get that.
I don't get her. And on the same foot, I'm like, man, she was a bitch and she was bad and she was awful and not good. But I'm also like, I hope she's doing well, I guess. I don't know what she's doing. I guess. I don't know. It's the same sort of feeling I have of like, man, the people that go to prison just like completely throw away their lives like by doing something so stupid. And like I feel bad that they put themselves in that situation. I don't know, that it's like a spike in humanity for me. I feel bad, but it's like, I don't know. I hope for the best for some people, despite the fact that they probably don't deserve any empathy that I have or sympathy. So that was a cringe situation I was in.
That's the sort of thing that would like keep you up. If you're,
I mean, I think about that relationship a lot because I've only dated one person. So unfortunately, I only have that one experience.
Yeah.
We dated for less than a year. And yeah.
Realistically, I only dated two people between my ex and then the one before her. So I don't really.
Okay, well.
I don't, I'm just better that way. No.
Edgy and mysterious and dark, staring at walls.
So I don't really get it. I've never, like, anybody that was ever angsty, it was usually me because I'm so dark and mysterious. But that's like literally how it was. It's like, if I wasn't feeling it, like, I'd get angsty, and I never really knew why. I was just like, dude, I'm so like, socially, I'm just not there today. Like I would like to be. I'm just not. Like you gotta give me like we're old, so you would have to give me like a Type A charger.
Oh sure.
As like opposed to like Type C. Like, keep me on that thing for at least like a week.
Oh yeah.
That's how I was. I can't really speak for like women. I don't know if it is different for ladies than it is for guys, but it's just like if I'm like socially drained, it's like, dude, I will go incognito. You know this. Like I will not be there unless you like happen to message. Otherwise, I'm just like, I'll see you guys next week. Good luck.
Thanks, you too.
I'm still like that today. It's like if I'm just like, I need like at least a day. Doesn't matter if it's like work related, off work.
Mm-hmm.
It's just It's like, all right, guys, give me about a day. I'll be good to go. So nobody can keep up that sort of intensity like every single day. Like that's the sort of shit that like snaps people.
Yeah.
That's good though, man. You don't really get to talk about your relationships too much. Not as if anybody's like asking you like, oh, so what was it? What was that thing like with that one girl that one time? How'd that
go? It was awful.
Yeah.
Thanks. I don't thanks. I don't have a poor like outlook on dating or anything, but like that was my one relationship.
Talk about
I think the worst thing to come from that, aside from that story, is that, and I think I'm starting to phase that out for other prospects, thankfully. But like up until even this year, she would still pop up in my fucking dreams.
That is the worst.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was like, it was not a good relationship. And I wake up just feel like, oh, I dreamed about her again.
That's what I was saying. I think guys just kind of hold on to that stuff like a little bit more. There's that meme that like goes around like, when a guy gets dumped versus, how a girl gets dumped and like the next day she's like out partying with her friends, but a guy's like in his room, like just staring at the fucking ceiling. Like a bottle of Jack. I don't know how much I read into that, but I do. There seems to be some sort of correlation. It's like guys just kind of hold on to that sort of stuff. It's like not everybody. So I don't know. I don't know if it's because guys in general are just so like attention starved. It's like for girls, it feels like it's somewhat easier. I'm not trying to be like a.
Oh, you're trying to be that guy.
I'm not trying to be misogynist. That's what I was going
to
say.
You're that guy right now.
I'm probably being that guy, but I'm not trying to be like, oh yeah, no, you're a woman, so therefore you start the game off on easy mode and everything is in your lap from round one and it's bullshit. No, but it's just like it's kind of crazy. When I had dumped my previous ex during COVID, like the dating scene, like I felt like Captain America coming out of the, the icicle. It's like,
yeah,
like, dude, how the hell do you even do this now? Like I met her when I was in high school. Like, what do you meant to do now?
Yeah.
What's going on here? How do you?
I've never touched a dating app. I don't think I will.
I would not recommend that. I wanted to make a video.
That's what I hear from everybody.
Of the profiles I've seen, because people were asking after the Doom video I posted. It's like, what do you mean you couldn't? I forget what I'd even said. Really, it was like something along the lines of, I would see a profile and they either didn't have much of a bio or they just seemed like what they were doing was very cookie cutter.
Yeah, my before you get into that, my one friend, she's been trying to like get out there and use some dating apps, and she's been on 2 dates so far. The one, she didn't really have all that much in common with the one person, and the other one she just went on the other week. They hit it off pretty well. They exchanged Discords. It was very Zoomer behavior. Yeah. But she was like, yeah, she's telling me about like, oh yeah, like on all the profiles, it's like, it's the same thing over and over. Like, oh, they don't have like many prospects and they're doing this and this and that. Or like my friend's bi. So she's like, she leans more towards, woman. And she's like, yeah, it's like they all either do weed, which she doesn't want. They smoke weed and or they listen to like whoever the current popular new artist is that did that Pink Pony Palace that a certain Hell Jumpy would not stop playing, especially the Plankton from SpongeBob cover of that song.
Pink Pony, who know?
Yeah.
No.
Pink Pony Palace.
Pink Pony Club?
Pink Pony Club? Was it Pink Pony Club?
Was it Pink Pony Club?
Are you asking me or am I asking
you? It seems like you're asking me.
Might have been Is it Pink Pony Parade?
It's Pink Pony Club. It seems Plankton sings Pink Pony Club.
I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna get the DMs this week, and I'm gonna be corrected. Anyway, but it's the same. Yeah, it's the same sort of just cookie cutter of just every like bi or gay person that they're finding smokes weed, doesn't have many prospects in life, isn't doing much. It's like they can't win. They kind of won.
I want to tell you this, dear viewers, dear listeners, dear viewers, if you're on YouTube. If you guys are on Tinder in any
if you guys
capacity,
are single, hit me up.
I mean, shit.
No.
If you guys are single and you're on one of these apps, just don't. Like literally just don't. Save yourself the trouble. I wake up every morning to
No, period.
a little feed on my,
I wake up every morning.
God willing. There's like a little feed in my notification list, and it is always from like Tinder. It's like people post like the weird stuff they find on Tinder as they're like scrolling, and they post it on Reddit. And it's like, dude, how are these people real? Like, let's just get that out of the way. Like, the stuff that people post. For instance, this guy seemed. In fact, I actually posted one of these to you the other night when we were hanging out. I gotta post through like so much carnage. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. You think I can? No, I can read this. No, this is fine. So this was one of the Tinder messages that somebody had got. It starts off with the suitor.
Do you want to be one person and I'll be the other person?
You want to be the femoid? The femoid.
Okay, so you are that kind of guy. I don't know which person is who. Just say gray or blue. Who do you want me to be?
Go ahead and be the blue. I just say female presenting voice.
You're brave. You want to say the things, okay?
I think it's going to be a doozy in the way that I say it. It's just it just adds to the wound.
All right, well, proceed.
Nothing special?
Nope. There's nothing really to do around here, so I just prefer to stay inside.
Yeah, it's kind of a boring town. Where are you? I'm in...
That's my response. It's crossed out.
Yeah. Dang, I was hoping you were closer and we could go on a date.
I know. It's quite a drive.
Well, it could be worth it, right?
I think so. It's smiley face with the hand on it, I think.
What are your thoughts on wet and messy diapers? So, it's stuff like that every morning. Or it's just like some individual is just like on the app.
That's content. That's a content farmer. They're like, I'm going to get Reddit gold.
So, and there are people that are like genuinely seeking like a connection to somebody. And it's like, you match with somebody. Sometimes it's like really tame, and then it just like nosedives like this one. Like it just goes way downhill. And it's just, there's stuff like that. And also, if you have like really low, I don't mean to be rude when I say this, but if you have like really low self-esteem, the worst thing you can do is be on an app like this. I promise you.
Yeah.
I promise.
Yeah.
I was fortunate enough because I was in my own rut post COVID. I was living as like best as I ever did, like off the top. But I was single all of a sudden, and I had dated this lady all the way through high school, like well into my 20s. So going back on the scene, it was like, all right, I don't know what to do here. how do you even meet people anymore? Like, what is that? Do we like just teleport to each other? Like, how does that work? So, I get on Tinder because it was recommended by one of my friends via Help Jumpers. Like, oh, try this, you'll be all right. And
they're banned and no longer part of the group.
Banned forever. And I try it, and it's one of the worst things that you can do for your self-esteem, because like, if you don't get any matches, that's like yuck. I was fortunate enough to be on there, and my first couple of days, I was just hitting like every day, at least like 4 or 5 people to talk to a day. And most of the time I would just get bored. One, because I felt like I shouldn't be doing this. It's like, I talked about it during the video. If you go back, if you're a YouTube listener, go back on the channel, go ahead and watch that video and then come back. I was very tired when I posted those. That's how the truth comes out. So people generally aren't filtered during that period anyway. But I felt like I shouldn't be doing it. It was like, at that point, I was only single for like rarely a year at that point. I was like, oh, did I move on too fast? What
no, that's plenty of time.
What did she think of me? Oh,
I mean, shit, people, what was it? My friend, same friend I was just talking about, talked about, one of their relatives had, their wife had died and they were older, and they moved on to having another woman in the same house within, I think, 3 months.
Jesus.
From being married. So people, it's different for everybody. People move on faster than others.
It's one of the things that I don't get. It was almost a decade-long relationship. So it's like, how did I move on? What is she going to think of me?
I mean, I sure as shit, I couldn't imagine moving on after losing my wife to natural causes, moving on within 3 months to having another lady in the house.
I wouldn't. God, I would be, that's what worries me. I'd probably be one of those people that would be like, nah, I'm never going to love again. I'm going to
stare at the wall, be dark and mysterious. I'm going to repaint this wall and I'm an adult. I can.
I'm going to tear down the wall and put that brick layering. That was very nice architecture.
Oh, yeah. I got fake brick in my kitchen. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm not kidding. I do.
I bet it looks lovely.
It doesn't. Oh. It's like there's very obvious like parts when it just cuts off and a new like brick portion starts.
Yeah, we don't like that around here.
It's a wonderful fake brick. And there's a hole in one of the walls. They kind of just like slapped the brick layering just on there. Like putting a rectangle into a square hole and like, yeah, it covers it, but it doesn't really fit.
So I was just mentioning that when you get on one of these apps, it's only going to further that sort of low self-esteem, especially if you're depressed. Like, just don't even do it. Because I have heard the horror stories of like people, they'd get on, they wouldn't even get a match. They had been on that app for at least a month at that point and still like nothing. And if you're on there for like a month, like that is, whoa.
I think the biggest piece of advice I can give just in regards to, dating and stuff like that, like, especially if you're like down on yourself and you're trying to look for, a relationship because you want to feel better to be with somebody. It is really easy to say, you just have to find your own happiness, because you can't depend on somebody to be happy. You need to be able to be happy yourself and find, good qualities within you, because that's not a good relationship if you rely on somebody just to be happy.
That's true. It's one of those adages of like, you're not going to help somebody if you can't help yourself. So
yeah,
it's like a really powerful thing to have that sort of composure on yourself. Work on yourself. Like that's like one of the things that made me like start deleting these apps last year. So it's like, yeah, no, I should just focus on myself. I should just If I can't be happy on my own, then there's no shot that it's going to work out for the next relationship or whatever happens.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at currently, and I feel like there's a lot of guys, especially our age, that are just like, yeah, no, fuck, I'm chilling, I'm good right now.
And they're incels.
No, I'm not down that pipeline just yet, but
just yet.
How many years? Well, how many years does it take before you're down that rabbit hole?
I think that's a lifestyle.
That's a choice.
Yeah, I don't think you just wake up and you're like, I'm an incel now.
It seems like that's like a mark that people give you. It's like they brand you as that.
That too. Well, you're branded, and it's the kind of lifestyle that you live. You can't just wake up and be like, I'm an incel. That's it.
I wouldn't know. Shit, it's so dark and mysterious.
Shit, man. Well, to bring this way back, there was still that other cringe situation I was in.
Go to the Patreon, 30 extra minutes to find out.
You can only hear this cringe story for $30 Patreon dollars. It's exclusive.
The first 10 people to sign up will be able to hear this exclusive story 1 month in advance before any other Patreon tier.
No, the first 10 people that sign up get a note sent to them. Give me your address.
Thank you,
and it just says hi,
dear listener, for listening to Drop Pod. Yours truly. I hope you get hit by a bus.
Hey, you could get isekai'd. You never know.
You never know. And I'll write a very truly warmed story around it.
Before I get into this, I saw a video the other day of if I like was an animator for anime, and just it was several, like I think 10 plus just random examples of, you know, somebody running out onto like the road or whatever, and like there's nothing bad there, but the person who made the video just puts it so they get hit by a car every time. Every single instance.
I think I would
just
find
an
that
isekai waiting to happen.
I think I would find that funny. Every time though. Like I don't think that would not get a laugh out of me, actually.
I laughed at the concept of the video. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, I'm not going to watch the whole thing. I get it. But all right. Yeah, that's the joke. That's pretty good. So cringe thing that I did. I don't think it was the most cringe, but it's something I do think about. So I forget what even class this was for. I forget what the project even was, but we were all supposed to make videos. I think it was just IT class. That was the class. I don't know what we were making, but we all made videos on a subject we were covering. And so I made my own video, of course. And it was just me that did the video, me who worked on the project. I think it was all just individual projects, or you had the opportunity to just work by yourself. I don't remember. Actually, yeah, I think it might have been you could just work by yourself if you really wanted to.
What sort of class is that?
Because I don't know. The kind of person that runs the IT class. So anyway, this is over the course of, I think, like a couple of days or so of people like presenting their projects. And this one group of of guys, and this was back in middle school, I should say. There's one group of guys, has their project, and then they have their little credits part. And then in the credits, they're like, all right, teacher, can we get an A or whatever? And he laughs, and, that's great and all. So, yeah, they probably got like, a B plus at best. So I'm like, oh yeah, that's a funny and good idea. So let me use that. And then I proceeded to make the credits of the video probably almost as long as the video subject itself. It was in Windows Movie Maker.
Oh,
yeah. And the very slow text crawling of, the text going up in the credits set to a mindless self-indulgence song. No. One of the more tame ones that I was able to pick that didn't have any cursing in it. I was thoughtful on that part. And for those who haven't checked out mindless self-indulgence since it was mentioned earlier, their genre is techno punk. So it is a genre that is very much not for everybody. So just playing that very excruciatingly slow text crawling. And then it gets the part with, oh, could I get an A, or like, oh, could I get a good grade or whatever? And just, just like, oh, whatever, just fucking end the video already. So I don't think that was the most cringe thing, but it's up there. It's like, man, I remember that and nobody else ever will.
Sign up on Patreon. Sorry, sign up on OnlyFans now and see the exclusive video there.
It's gone.
Oh, right. Well,
it's gone.
Well, we have time to recreate it.
I don't know what the subject was on. I don't know what we were doing in that class.
It might have been IT something or other in middle school. I don't know. Yeah,
it was an IT course. I just don't know what we were doing. All I remember is the IT course and like one of the other classrooms. It was like half of the basement of the school was like shared by the IT just class area. And then they also had a hydroponics lab in it because sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. That's all I got.
Well done.
Thanks.
We're going to bring this way back. Way back. Talking back to the 90s.
Concord.
We didn't start this podcast in the 90s. We weren't even cognizant, as it were. Anyway, I ordered a pizza today. It was really good. It was so good. It was so good. It was the dinner box from Pizza Hut, and I really enjoyed it. And it came with 2 pizzas.
He loves pizza. Pizza Hut, more like pizza butt. Fuck you.
And it was Sicilian cut because we don't mess around here. Okay. And 1 pizza because it came with 2 because it's the dinner box. But it came with 2 pizzas with like 8 slices each. I think that's what that is. Or 10. I don't know. But it's
sure.
1 was Supreme. That's like my go-to. It's my comfort. Okay. Then the second one was Ultra Supreme.
Whoa.
Had the crust garlic buttered. That's just how I do it. So I don't mess around here. Got breadsticks, and it came with a choice of either a pasta or some wings. It was football day today, so I just did the wings. But I usually do the pasta. The pasta is actually pretty good there. And I usually just like to have a pizza for the weekend. I like to treat myself on Fridays. It's like the end of the work week.
Yeah.
Sometimes I will go to my ramen bar that's nearby, but other times I'm just like, you know what? Have a pizza. And that's going to be like my thing for the next 2 days.
Does your pizza place do good crusts?
The one next to me does. We got DeLuca's over here, which is it's like the mom and pop, shop. They do
because I was gonna say because my regular pizza place that I started ordering from recently they have some of the worst pizza crust I've ever had in my entire fucking life. Like it's not burnt, thankfully. That could be the worst part, but it is like dry and hard. Like I feel like I have to work my mouth to actually chew up this pizza crust. The rest of the pizza is pretty good. It's just the crust is the worst I've ever had.
Yeah, no, do it because it's pretty good. Because it's always soft. You can also do the garlic butter thing there too on the crust. Oh man, pizza.
Maybe I'll have to see if that's an option. Good. Can I get the good crust on this pizza?
Do you guys do the? No, I think you could pull it off. Do you guys do the garlic butter on the crust?
Can you guys not make shitty pizza crusts?
That's like a short.
Is that something I can request on the order?
Well, what you're requesting is a nice good old slap of spit on the pizza once it's delivered.
Well, it's ordering through a website, so I don't have to call anybody.
Is that like the order note that you put on it? Yeah, can you guys just not make it shit?
Yeah, you can't leave a note, I think. They have these monthly pizzas they just started doing. Have you heard about the September pizza? Have I mentioned this to you?
No.
Okay, so per their email, and I was excited about the first one. I was like, "Ooh, monthly pizzas," and I just started ordering from them. That's cool. It's a nice coincidence. Their first one they did last month was a nacho pizza. And it is about what you would expect. It's nachos and pizza and cheese, and it was fine.
I'm sorry, son. That sounds awful. That sounds awful. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It was fine. It was spicy. The nachos were very dry. Moving on. So here's this pizza for this month. And if you think the nacho pizza is awful, then you probably won't like this. So it is. I'm going to give away what is on the pizza immediately with this title. It is Strawberry Fields.
No.
Please temper yourself.
No, that's going to be enough. That's going to be automatic.
Combining sliced ham, shaved Brussels sprouts, lightly coated in olive oil and salt, and our house-cooked roasted red peppers. Those are good. It all sits on a bed of mozzarella with no sauce and is topped with gorgonzola cheese, then finished off with cold, fresh sliced strawberries after cooking.
Wait a minute.
Pair it with a bottle or two. That doesn't matter.
They got the mozzarella and that's the pizza. And then they got the gorgonzola, but no sauce. There's no sauce on it.
They say there's no sauce on it. I want to try it, but also I know I'm not going to like it that much.
Oh, that looks detestable.
I'm like, I don't know if I want to spend like $14 to $20 trying out this pizza that I'm probably not going to like that much.
You got me.
But like, I want to try it.
You got me on the ham. On the shaved ham and the Brussels sprouts, like, yeah, it's not bad because that's what I order on my pizzas sometimes. It's just like the shaved ham, if it's supreme.
Is it just the no sauce and fresh cold strawberries?
What that looks like is just an amalgamation of just you threw things on there and called it a day. No sauce. What happened to just having like what's wrong with just a pizza? Like, what's happening here?
It's the specialty for the month.
Is it cheaper than
only that month?
Is it cheaper if you try this? Because it's like, we just kind of want to push this out, or is it like
no?
Then you lose me. You lose me on this.
Now, do I lose you on a pineapple pizza? What are your thoughts?
The thing about pineapple pizza, like is it the first thing I'm going to order? Obviously not.
Well, no, but just yes or no. Yes or no. Pineapple pizza, is it fine?
You don't lose me. If it was there at like a party, I'm going to have a slice not to be like rude. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But yeah, like it's not your first choice.
But
I feel like when everybody got really crazy about like who's on what side, pineapple's on pizza. Yes, you're a fucking monster. I sliced up pineapple and put it on a supreme pizza and put it in the oven. And then I had the pizza and guess what, guys? It was fucking pineapple on pizza. That's it.
I'm sure it was fine. It's just like, it's like
which is the people that went crazy about it. Like, you fucking monster. You put pineapple on your pizza.
just a simple guy.
I'll fucking
bro.
kill you.
I just want. Well, I didn't go that far, but you know, if I want a pizza, it's just gonna be a supreme pizza. Like I don't. No extra.
It's gonna be the supreme pizza.
No extra. That shit better be Sicilian cut. I'm tired of you guys playing games.
Is that what you're putting in your note?
I'm tired of you
right
guys.
next to can you just not make a shitty pizza?
I'm tired of you guys playing games. Don't make a shitty pizza. It better be Sicilian cut.
Thank you.
Yeah, you have to add the thank you. You also have to add the smiley face at the end too.
Thank you. Smiley face.
It's written so like tonally hard, and it's just thank you, smile.
I hate you. I fucking hate your establishment. I hope you go bankrupt and you lose all your family members. Thank you very much. Smiley face. Don't forget the smiley face.
Is that Uncle Ruckus?
That was Arthur, actually, from Red Dead. And don't forget the corner. I can't do an impression. I'll be considered racist.
These things happen.
Okay. I'll do the impression then.
Friends, that's going to do it for us. I hope that was at least, how would you say, positive?
Yeah, posy vibes, as the kids say.
I hope that was positive and posy vibe enough. Yeah.
There you go. How do you do, fellow kids?
Goodbye, everybody.
Take care.